Hey guys, it's Vanessa Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I want to show you guys how I was able to get started as a notary signing agent making $10,000 a month. When I first got started in 2015, I had no idea how lucrative this business was. So much so that I was able to quit my full-time job in 2016. Over the next few years, I've had so many successes and failures that I took all of them and bundled them up into a training program just for you. The training is available at notarytonotary.com, and there are two programs that you can register for: the Notary Signing Agent Training and the e-Notary Training. Make sure that your state licenses e-notaries before you register for that training. Once you register, you'll have instant access to the online training platform, as well as access to our live weekly interactive webinars with replay capabilities. Ready to get started? Register today at notarytonotary.com. Until then, happy signing!
Okay, why is this banner still in my fascia structure? What's up, guys? It's your girl, Vanessa Terry here. Happy Monday, which hopefully you guys had an amazing, awesome Monday. Hopefully your Monday was absolutely phenomenal. I wanted to hop on here. I just text out on the text community. If you're not a part of the text community, make sure you join the text community so that way you get updates when I post out different things that's happening, when I'm going to go live, different things, different promo codes, things like that are available in the text community. Did y'all look at this really quick, y'all? What do you think about this picture? Isn't it so nice? I'm actually redoing my vision board. And so it's the picture that I found online to add to my vision board. I'm a avid vision board denier and affirmation denier. And we were talking about that during Empire Builders this morning about vision boards. So anyway, happy Monday. I'm hoping you guys had an amazing Monday. It's still going on. I'm not done. I'm excited. Y'all know I have been out of commission for the past 2 weeks under the weather. And so now I am like thirsty for work. Okay. Thirsty for work. Listen. And so that being said, I do have my necklace. Ta-da! So Empire Builders was with me this morning when my necklace got tangled up, and I was able to untangle it on the live, and it was kind of, yeah, there you go. It was just hiding in the sweater. That's all that was. But yeah, so I wanted to hop on here really quick and talk to you guys about Ron. So you guys know that we had the upcoming Launch Ron 2022. First of all, we had our Loan Doc Masterclass on Saturday. If you did not attend, you missed it. Also, now I'm thinking about it, we had a winner for our notary kit. So she needs to get her information so she can get her notary kit. But I just thought about that. So I need to do that since I hop off this live so she can get her notary kit. We are doing another contest. So get ready for that. It's gonna hit. I'm gonna push it out actually when I hop off this live. And so it's gonna be a really exciting way that you can win a, drum roll please, laptop again. So we decided to do another laptop giveaway. Patrice, the number is on the screen. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So we are doing another laptop giveaway, giving away another HP in lieu of the Launch Ron conference that's coming up. Also, we'll be having giveaways, a lot of prizes and giveaways during the Ron event. Actually, I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about Ron for a few reasons. And so Empire Builders kind of had the first inkling, the information this morning when we had our live, but you guys know that I have a signing service and working on an e-notary platform. But that being said, and plus a few other things that I sent a DM to you. What'd you send me a DM for, Nicole? What's your DM? What did it say? You might just tell me now, baby, or email it to me. I don't always check the social media messages, but I always check the email. I'm not the only person that does social media. A lot of times Anastasia does social media, so I'm not sure, but you can tell me on here, or you can shoot me an email to info@notarytonotary.com. But What was I saying? Got distracted. Oh, e-notaries. So I wanted to hop in here today and talk to you guys really quick about e-notarizations and getting set up to do that. We were talking on Empire Bills, and I was saying that we're finally ready to transition from just me and the team doing e-notaries to dispersing e-notaries out from on-time notaries. So you know how and I'm not sure right now where we're at is the systems part. So I was using Doc Verify and Secure Signings, but this week I'm going to finalize what everybody else will be using that we work with. So if you're going to work with us until our e-notary platform is live. But until that time, we will be using Secure Signings and or Doc Verify. Just depends. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to send out the request. And so the thing with e-notary is a little different from traditional in-person notarizations and loan closings, in that most times when people are requesting, and it's kind of more so like general notary work. So in that when people request e-notary, they usually want it now. Okay. And so it's not something where it's not like I have to, basically when we send them out, it's like you have to be available now to do it. It's not something where I send it out and it'll be like, okay, can you do this tomorrow at 2:00? Every once in a while, people will ask for, later times, but usually when it's sent out, it's going to be a right now kind of thing. And so that being said, I want to make sure, and so we have to implement a few different systems and trainings to make sure that, and scheduling to make sure that we have notaries that are not only set up, but actually know what they're doing. And so that's something that I know that it's going to be a trial and error type of thing, because like when we got into dispatching loan closings with the signing service, we had to put in more measures in place because a lot of notaries don't know what they're doing. You'd be surprised how many people are, registered past the NNA and still don't know how to complete a loan closing, right? And so we had to do like extra training and extra screenings to make sure that when we were sending loan closings out, and I just thought about somebody had emailed me about a loan closing and I forgot to respond. But we had to put in extra measures to make sure that people they knew what they were doing. And so on that same token, now of course with loan closing, we pretty much have it down. We have a system in place where we're not having as many mistakes as we were in the beginning with our notaries. But e-notary is a whole other monster, right? E-notary is a whole other monster. And a lot of people now, general notary work, most people can do. Loan closings, people can learn. It's pretty popular. Ron is still very new to a lot of people. I don't know how many of you guys are new to Ron. How many of you guys have done e-notarizations, completed remote online notarizations, and feel comfortable doing it? So either put I feel comfortable, I don't feel comfortable, I haven't done one yet, I signed up for the training, but I didn't do it yet. And so our training too is changing. Y'all be patient with me. We are going to add a whole lot more training into the e-notary training because we want to be a more hands-on, a more in-depth of how to complete them, how to market, how to get leads. And that's partly what the Ron Launch Ron 2020. That's the link I put in. If you haven't already registered for that, make sure you go online to register for the Launch Ron 2022 event that's coming up. I see a lot of haven't done. I see one, I feel comfortable. Yay. Thank you, Betsy. I am feeling better. If y'all didn't know, I was under the weather, but now I'm back and I'm ready to work. I'm ready to write articles. I'm ready to write books. I'm ready to my brain is like, I've been sitting here for 2 weeks. Use me. I have been just coming with ideas. I have so many ideas in my notes, but I was laying in the bed. I was like, oh, this is a good idea. Oh, this is a good idea. Oh, this. So now I'm in implementation mode. I don't even want to go to sleep because I'm fired up. And, but that being said, are you going to cover all states? We plan on it. That is really going to be tentative so it's 2 ways that we're doing this right now. With on-time notary, we're going to be using Secure Signings and or Doc Verify. I have not finalized it, but I will this week as far as what's going to work better with our business model. And then until our e-notary platform is done. So when our e-notary platform is done, we'll be switching over to that platform, but that's not ready yet. So in the meantime, we'll be using those two. Now, right now, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. The easiest states for us to maneuver into, as far as onboarding notaries, is going to be Virginia, Florida, and Texas. It's just the easiest states right now. It is, period. It is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. But it doesn't mean we won't take notaries from other places. It just means that that's where we're going to heavily focus as far as onboarding notaries in those states, and then move on from there. And the reason why we have to do it that way is because different states have different regulations as far as how they want their notary to notarize, right? So you know how you have a handbook for how to do notarization, same concept with e-notary. So like let's say Texas has a special rule that when you do it, you have to do this, right? Then whenever our notaries from Texas are e-notarizing, it doesn't matter where they are in the world, they have to follow Texas guidelines. You see what I'm saying? So we can't just take everybody on in all 50 states. It wouldn't be 50, it'd probably be like 45 states right now, because we have to make sure that it's running smoothly, that people that we're bringing on know what they're doing, they can follow the guidelines for their states, things like that. So it's just getting systems in place. So I can tell you right now, right this moment. So hopefully we can start next week as far as onboarding the e-notaries and, doing test runs of seeing how that's going to, run smoothly. And it'll be a very small group of people at first to make sure that, people know. I don't want to go too big and it don't work. And people are like, I know how to do e-notary. And then they hop on a video session and it's crazy and it's not working out. And it's like, well, that didn't work. So I had to make sure that it's going to work. So definitely, of course, we're going to start in Virginia notaries, Florida, Texas. Okay. After we fine tune that and it works, then we can move a little further out and just keep adding on states. Maryland is tough and doesn't allow us to charge much for general notary work. I know. Please consider Minnesota. Is it Minnesota? Oh, that's what that is. In the next group of states, once you expand, we will. And it's not so like when I say we're probably looking at, before we can get the majority of states doing it, it probably will be like well into the middle of next year. So just so I can be completely transparent, I don't want you to be like, Vanessa, it's probably going to be like well into the middle of next year. So like April, May, June, July, before we're able to get, a more states included. And that's just because it's a lot. It's just a lot to try to explain. And there's a lot that's happening. And so we may, and we're using another platform right now, but by next year we would have our own platform that we're using. And so that's even more of a transition, but we're starting off just using Secured Signings and or Doc Verify, and then we'll expand at that point. So if you are not a remote online notary, you need to get it together. Okay. And not just for me. And I was on Empire Builders this morning. I was just saying that we needed to do this next expansion because I was telling them, I'm not going to tell y'all because it was a point I was getting to, but basically I end up not securing a lot of e-notarization clients because I don't have enough e-notaries, and I hadn't had the time to train and to implement and to, get systems in place where it's running smoothly. So I said over while I was in bed for the past 2 weeks, I said, Vanessa, you are missing out on a whole lot of money. I'm gonna need you to get these systems in place. And so, and I told y'all that Ron is where we are going, and you can be in denial all day. But what I'm telling you, and this is just me, I get so many e-notary requests every day. And that's what I was telling Empire Builders. I don't even market. I don't know if you guys know, I don't even market on-time notary. I don't advertise. I don't market. I don't do. If you have seen our social media, I haven't posted on there, and who can tell you how long? Okay, so we get so many requests, and I'm not even marketing yet. Okay, and so that kind of gives you an idea of the amount of work, money that is out there to be had. Okay, and so I said I had to sit down. I was like, Vanessa, it's time to do this. It's time to do it. And just to share the backstory, the reason why I kind of pushed back a little bit is because you guys know I have a signing service, On Time Notary, and I told this story this morning. But basically, we got too big. We got too big really quickly. And it was so much, but the team got burnt out. I said the money was great, but the team got burnt out. And so we had to pull back a little bit and reassess and put in better systems. And that's what people always say, oh, I want to start a signing service, or I want to do this. Businesses run on systems. Now, a single person business like a sole prop or a single member LLC that's just you providing services, you might not need as many systems. But systems, even on an individual small, like not say small, but you know what I mean, you still need systems. So you need like Notary Assist, Notary Gadget. I use Google Calendar for all my appointments. Like there are things that I use, QuickBooks for different things or whatever the case is, MailChimp for mailing, whatever the case is. When I was just doing just me, I still had systems. I used Hootsuite for my social media posts to schedule them out, different things like that. So when you think of an individual running a business, right? Because what you're doing is a business, you don't have to do it like this. You can do notary work and just do it as a sole prop. You can do it as an individual, and just file a Schedule C. You do not have to LLC and start this whole thing and build business credit. You don't have to do that. It's up to you. That's what I always do, was personal preference, right? So when you're doing it on a small level, you still need systems. As you grow, you need even more systems. Okay. And so, and I was telling, I said, we were working, like we were doing shifts, but we were working easily from 6 a.m. ish in the morning, 6 to 7 a.m. in the morning, as late as like 12 midnight, all day. Okay. Because it was just that much work, and there's still that much work. And that's what people be like, people say like, oh my God, there's no work. Listen, there is so much notarization work out there. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. It's not even, people notarize all day, like all day. Like I was in the courthouse. Was it yesterday or it was today? And the guy in there had different properties he was changing deeds for, had to get everything notarized. And I was like thinking about, people just don't realize how much gets notarized on a daily basis. You know what I mean? And so there's so much work out there. But that being said, my point was, there's a lot of Ron. And so my plan is to get on-time notary systems better, increase the systems, have better systems. So that way, when we get back and we, get that flow again and get that influx. And that thing is, that's the thing, y'all. We had, so at On Time Notary's peak, we had just started marketing. Okay. I mean, we had just started. We are probably not even in our first month. Okay. But there was so much work that we were slammed. And y'all know me, I'll pull an all-nighter, ain't nobody's business. Okay. And I'm saying that I was slammed, and it was just like, and I'm telling you, I can, and I was just like, it's no way. And then on top of that, it was so much work that we needed more bodies, but I didn't have time to continue to. We went from having like 4 bodies to like, if we really wanted to sustain that load, we probably would need it like 8 to 10. And I was like, there's no way I can bring on 6 more people and train them and work and notary and everything else. And I was like, this is just not, okay, hold on, regroup. But that's what business is about. Business is about. I was talking to somebody else who has a company who was getting frustrated, and I was telling her that being a business owner is not about the skill set. I mean, it's not about the actual product. It's not about the service. As the owner, you are the visionary of the company. Okay. And so you have to be able to, it's all critical thinking. It's all critical thinking. It's all assessing. It's all reassessing. And then it's like, okay, this doesn't work. And it's foreseeing. It's seeing, like I had to see my people getting burnt out. This is not, even the dollars look good, but did you know that there are businesses who fail because they get too successful too quickly and they don't have that manpower to sustain? It's not just businesses that fail because they don't have money. There are businesses who have plenty of clients and plenty of sales, but they don't have the manpower. They don't have the systems. They don't have the people in place to make that business profitable. So there are a lot of reasons actually why businesses fail besides just not getting money. But that being said, bring me back to my point. My point is that On-Time Notary is now getting back with more our systems in place. We are going to be hiring, so look out for that. Hiring, putting in systems, things like that. But the piece that we had, that our biggest piece that I think both loan closings and Ron we're both really big income producers, but there's plenty of loan signing agents, plenty of them. That was never the problem. Like there was a small issue with untrained ones that was dropping the ball. But the Ron is the issue. You know what else is the issue? I'm gonna make a post about this on social media. Spanish speaking notaries is the issue. If you speak Spanish, put that on your profile. Okay. There was an order that went out today. It started off at 100, and it was something that's normally it was like a debt settlement. Y'all know debt settlements is usually like $50. It started off at 100. It went to 125, 150, 200. The last time I looked at it, right? And I was like, and I thought about it, but I said, I'm not doing that. I didn't feel like it. It was tonight, and it was for $200 last time I looked at it. But I'm not doing it because I just don't feel like driving nowhere and doing a sign. Even though it's a debt settlement, it might be like 30 pages. It just wasn't something that I wanted to do. But I was thinking, how we and some people say, well, I don't speak Spanish. And this is my point I was going to make on my social media post. You didn't know how to do social media. You didn't know how to do a lot of things. And to me, it's like, if you know that adding another language to your resume do you know that just speaking another language like Spanish, you can ask for almost double from what someone who just speaks English does? I do Spanish speaking notary closings all the time. I did. And they know this because you are a what's it called? It's like an added, what am I trying to say? It's an incentive. My point is, if you don't speak Spanish, learn it. Like, if you're really serious about this business, learn it. Do you know, first of all, sir and ma'am, if you don't speak Spanish, right, and learn it, if you are a loan closing agent, right, a loan closing agent that speaks Spanish, you're already a hot commodity. If you are a Ron that speaks Spanish, honey, you can kill the whole game. I'm putting you on game right now. Like, you cannot say I never put you on game. I speak Spanish, right? So I can, but I'm just me. If you get your Ron together and you speak Spanish, honey, you can kill the game. Like, y'all not listening. I'm gonna try this again. This is why you could kill the game. I wish I could show you this, but I don't think I can. I'll breach a contract for the platform that I'm using. Spanish speaking notaries are with loan closings on these platforms are very, very limited. I can put in an order in most cities, English speaking, and get 50 to 100, 300, 500 notaries pop up. If I change that filter and say Spanish, I might get 5. Okay, I need y'all to understand. Okay, and most Spanish-speaking notaries, most of them, not all of them, they know their worth. Because when I send the order out, and I'm like Spanish-speaking, I might send it out for $100. They're like, "Oh, ma'am, don't do that." You know, I know. Spanish-speaking notaries can basically ask for whatever they want because they're a hot commodity, right? So imagine if I'm sending work orders out for loan closings in person, and there's very few. Imagine how even less there are of remote online Spanish speaking notaries. Are you kidding me right now? Honey, if y'all don't take this and run with it, you don't have to. But don't say I didn't tell you, because look at my face. I've been sitting in the bed for 2 weeks. I promise you, I will take all the money and I will not care. Okay? If y'all don't want to go out here and get this money, baby, that is fine. But don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say Vanessa didn't tell me that Spanish speaking notaries make all the money. Okay? Yes, I did. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't go get some Rosetta Stone or go on YouTube, and you got to look at it as an investment. And it was funny because people that I know that are successful usually speak more than one language. Like there are people, and they'll tell you, like right now, doesn't matter your industry. Okay. Even if you work a job, how many of you guys know that you get asked for more money when you work a regular job if you speak more than one language? Y'all know that? That's a thing. That is a thing. Okay. If you took the time while you're going out, while you're working, and just study and learn Spanish, just learn conversational Spanish, right? The basics, conversational Spanish, and then add on real estate terms. That's it. Do that. Within 2 to 3 months, you should be good, right? Why? And look at it as an investment on your business. If you can take training to learn how to do taxes for your business, you can take training to learn how to do social media, how to do marketing, how to do all these things. Take a training and add a language to your resume, to what you're doing. Especially when you know, I'm telling you, as a Spanish speaking notary, you can ask for at least pay and a half and up. Okay, so right now, if you know Rob, Rona, Eileen, Shelly, right now, if you know you can go out and do loan closings for $100, right? Just say that's where you at. I can do closings for $100 speaking English. If you know that you can go out and start getting all of them at 150, 200 a piece for doing Spanish speaking, why would you not do that? It doesn't make sense to me. I know why. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all, because I keep it real with y'all, so you can never say Vanessa don't tell you game. Some of you guys will not do it because you just don't feel like it. You don't want to invest the time into learning another language, and I completely understand why you feel that way. But for the people who are like, okay, yo, entiendo, let's get it. Don't make me act up on here. But some of you guys are not gonna do that. Y'all are gonna hear me say, go on YouTube. You can dead serious learn Spanish for free on YouTube. But what I would recommend, honestly, and this is what helps me. So my family is Hispanic, right? Y'all know my mom, on my mom's side, from Costa Rica. So my first language was Spanish. However, that's when I lived in New York. When I moved to Virginia, my mom really stopped speaking Spanish. My dad speaks a little bit of both, depends on who he's talking to. And I wasn't around a lot of my Spanish speaking family. So over time, which when I was younger, English became my dominant, and I spoke that all the time. However, whenever I go around my family and my Spanish speaking side of the family, it just comes back out. When I went to Costa Rica, the first day I probably was a little, after that, it just came back out. And one thing that I noticed with Spanish, or any language, if you engulf yourself with the language, so go places where people are speaking that language, you'll learn it a lot faster. And so that's something like when I worked at Qdoba, a lot of the cooks in the kitchen spoke Spanish. So my Spanish was really good at Qdoba because I spoke it all the time, right? And so not just doing the YouTube, not doing the Rosetta Stone by itself, but going places people speak Spanish and practicing it. Okay, that's another good way to, and even if you go to Spanish restaurants, like you just go to Spanish restaurants and just order in Spanish, talk in Spanish, things like that will get you more comfortable. Go into like different Spanish, like, I don't know, I can't think of it on top of my head. I know where I would go, but I don't know how I could tell you where to go. But just go in places where they speak Spanish. Go into like little bodegas and like small little Spanish stores and order, shop in there, talk to people, and just say, hey. And most of the times, honestly, when I tell people I'm working on my Spanish, they'll talk to me anyway. And I always say, what is it? ¿Cómo se dice? Like, how do you say this? And then they be like, tell me, oh, okay, thank you. And that's how I'm able to, but I will tell you right now, Spanish and Mandarin. Don't say I ain't tell you. You need to learn Spanish and Mandarin. Mandarin for business in general. Spanish and Mandarin. Okay. I haven't worked on Mandarin. I looked at Mandarin. Spanish is, I think it's because I grew up close to it. It's really simple to me. I'm not a very good writer of Spanish, but I can speak it and I can read it very well. But writing it is just not my strong suit right now. But it's basic, left to right and words, spaces, got it, right? Letters. Mandarin is like a whole nother situation. I think I studied it for like a week and I was like, okay, I'm not ready. I'm gonna go back to Spanish because it's not letters like we're used to, right? And so it's a whole different what? Like when you see someone else's language, like you receive like different like Arabic and different languages that's not like alphabet letters. To me, it was just anybody speak a language that's not alphabet letters, like our alphabet letters, that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, it was just like I don't understand. How is this line and these shapes? This is like puzzles. This is not letters, right? And so you speak Japanese. That's what I'm talking about, though. It's just like I don't get it. Like Japanese, Mandarin, all those things like that. It's just like to me, when I was looking at it, I was like, ugh. But I'm gonna come back to it. It just was not for me at that time. But anyway, my point was that is so cute. I love that you speak Japanese. See, I want to learn Mandarin. I definitely do. And I said when I start learning Mandarin, I am going to go to China because I understand that being in the environment makes you learn the language a lot faster. You said basic left to right, letters, spaces, alphabets. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, so bring it back in. It's like reading pictures. See, when I get there, you can help me because when I looked at it and I started with the basic YouTube videos, I was like, my brain literally looked at it like, what are we doing here? And then it was just like, I'm so Confucian. That's what it said. I'm so Confucian. But I know that if anybody can learn it, I can learn it. Because if anyone knows how to do anything, you can do it. Right? So I know I can learn it. I just wasn't in the place I started. I guess I went into it thinking it'll be like Spanish. And it wasn't. Like thinking it'll be like a regular language with not regular language. Think it'll be like a language with letters. Even though I knew it didn't have letters, I assumed that all of those symbols were letters. No. Anyway, let me bring it back in because I kind of sidetracked it with that. Get back to remote online notary. So let me see some comments first and then we'll talk about. But what I was trying to tell you guys was that you need to get your RON together. You need to get your Spanish down. If you don't want to do Spanish, that's fine. But what I'm saying is you need to become a remote online notary. I have a training. If you have not taken it, go into the training at notarytonotary.com. Okay? Take the RON training. Do that. Okay? Make sure you have a profile on signingorder.com. That's where I find my notaries. When we start, and that's where I send out the work that we do. Okay, so the loan closings that goes out, it goes out on signingorder.com. Make a profile, make sure it's complete. If it's not complete, I'm not going to text you, okay? Because I have filters on there, and the filters say profile picture, phone number, insurance, background check. I think it has an email too. Those things. If it's not there, you're not gonna get a text from me. Period. Okay. Oh, they're playing. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna get a text from me because it's what we need. Okay. Interested in Ron, but afraid the pay will be terrible. So this is what the deal is with Ron. Okay. First of all, we never start a sentence off with "I'm afraid." We're not afraid of anything. Okay. Let's not do that. Hold on. She is fine. With Ron, there's two ways you can do it, and I talk about this all the time. You can do independent, dependent. Independent, you make more money. Dependent, you make less money, but you don't incur any of the responsibilities of building the business and getting the clients. And I actually broke this down really well in my book, The Ron Guide, which is not done yet, but it's almost done. It'll be done this week because I told y'all I can't listen. I need y'all to understand. When I was in the bed for the past 2 weeks, all I did was think and meditate and make notes in my phone. I have so many ideas that I am so ready to rock and roll on. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Okay. It's okay though. Wait on it. And it really, I was telling Empire Bills, it felt like, it's like I really understood the value of time. And I'm not going to go into this right now, but I really broke that down. The value of time and how much we waste, how much I waste, how much I was wasting. When you're sitting in a bed all day, you can really start to see how much time goes by. And it's like, there's a whole 24 hours in the day. Do you know how long 24 hours is? That's a long time. I mean, some days I was waking up and I'm like, if I have to lay in this bed and I'm just sitting here like watching the sun, right? I slept a lot. I did sleep a lot, but I don't say I wasted time because I was not feeling well, but I really got to understand the value of time. I know that's bad words in Spanish. Does that help? What you just said? Hold on. I'm not gonna translate those. And you know what? Actually, in with Spanish, bad words like curse words differ based off of the country you live in, for lack of better words. So like a certain bad word would be a certain bad word in Costa Rica, but if you say it in like Mexico, it'll mean something completely different. It's really interesting. There's a lot of dialects. That's what you call it. Dialects when it comes to Spanish speaking countries. Which is interesting. Anyway, okay. You were talking about the pay. So like when you're doing independent, you set your own rates, right? So if you work for me, so like let's say you work for On Time Notary, you can work on any platform that you want to. But when you work with me, like any other, you'll be considered a dependent notary. We determine your pay. Now, like with loan closings, you can counter on some platforms or with some signing services as far as what they're willing to pay you. But you have to keep in mind, you're not paying for the platform. You're not getting the clients. You're not doing the marketing. You're not handling the payroll to make sure you get paid. None of that stuff. So that's a reason why when you go dependent, your pay is less. Okay. When you go independent, you take on all of that. And that's why you're able to keep a larger portion of the money. Does that make sense? But just like with loan closings and general notary work, the people out there who don't charge what their time and their thing is worth. So there are people who are probably doing remote online notarizations independently and not making enough money because they don't understand how to charge. Okay. And so there's that. It's both sides of the thing because it's your own business. This whole industry is your own business. Okay. As long as you're staying within the legalities of your state, you can charge what you want to charge. But it's a fine line between, like, I can go say I want to be a loan signing agent, but if I'm charging $500 for each pop, I'm not going to be very busy. Why? That's not the market. The market's not paying $500 for each loan closing you do. Now, there are times where you can get $500, like a last minute, far distance, Spanish speaking, all put together. You know what I mean? But for the most part, that's not the industry. So if I come into, remote online notary and I'm like charging $500 a pop, I'm not going to make money. That's not the industry. So you still have to charge within reason. But I will tell you this. Remote online notary, e-notary is such a new industry that the pricing is not what do you call it? It's not set in stone. It's not solidified. It's not what's the word? It's not like a understood concept that everybody knows, right? So like when you go to loan closings, there's a general it's a general fee. I'm not getting into my words tonight. There's a general rate that's understood in the industry. It's between about $100 to $250, right, for a loan closing. That's the ballpark estimate for the industry because it's pretty regulated. It's not to say, I wouldn't say regulated, but like an understood amount that everybody pretty much agrees on. With eNotary and ROM, there is no understood amount that everybody agrees on yet. Okay, yet. That being said, there is room for interpretation. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's like one of my clients, when I first did his Ron, I think I charged him. I forgot, we had did a couple pages, and he needed me to do it in the middle of the night because he was in China. My first one that I did, what was my first one? My one that I did where he paid me the most. I think I charged him like $150. And he told me I was charging too little. And because in his mind, he was like, your service is freaking phenomenal. How is this only $150? And in his mind, it was worth to him $400. And that's what he paid me. He paid me $400 because, like I said, Ron, it was so new. And this was last year. It was so new to him that it was like, how is this not costing more? Because he saw so much value in it that me just charging him $150, he was like, that's so low. What are you doing? Right? And so he gave me that's what I'm saying. It's not widespread yet. People don't know. The majority of people have no idea what eNotary is. None. Not even a little bit. Okay? Your everyday person does not know. You think I'm kidding? Go ask them. Okay? Your average person does not know. Okay? Now, your average business does not know. Okay? Your average business. Now, in the loan closing field and the title company field, now most companies have heard of it. They're not in it yet. Some are, a lot are moving into it, but there's still so many who have heard of it, but they haven't made that transition yet. Okay. Real estate transactions is only a small portion of the documents that are notarized every day across the world. Okay. And that's the thing with Ron. With Ron, you're notarizing documents for people across the world with US credentials. Okay. A perfect example, people in the military. How many of you guys are military? You have those military connections. That's where you should be marketing. Okay. I live close to a base. I do a lot for the base. Okay. And then when I do it, I educate them. Did you know what eNotary is? No. Let's talk about it. Why? Because you're going to go back with all your military buddies in a minute and someone's going to need a power of attorney. Okay. Military people need power of attorneys done all the time. I don't know how much time y'all are military. They get power of attorneys done all the time. Okay. There's always documents that have to be notarized. And especially if they're in another country somewhere or whether I've had this client, I haven't heard from him in a while. I'm going to reach out to him because my marketing, he was a attorney. He was an attorney that lives in Spain. He lives in Spain. He is an attorney that lives in Spain, has lived there his whole life, speaks Spanish and English, but heavily Spanish, right? Found me from my Google business page or my website, one or two, who knows? And anyway, he saw I spoke Spanish and I was an eNotary, and I've done, I think, 3 runs for him for his American clients. He is an attorney in Spain that has American clients who live where he is, but need to get documents e-notarized, right? And so he calls me when he has people in Spain. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't limit yourself. Okay. So there is so much money out here. And the thing is, and this is the thing I always say, I don't even market. Like, I don't even market. Okay. I don't even market. Like, notary to notary is marketed. It's advertised. It's ads run. I don't market on time notary. I don't market and I still get clients. So imagine when I actually start marketing. Imagine what's gonna happen then. It's gonna be a whole situation. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just one attorney in Spain. And really, I ain't even milked that for all it was worth because I was busy and I was running around and I was doing a bunch of other stuff with notary to notary. And I really could have milked it in the fact that I could have sent gift cards, or I could have marketed to him. I could say, oh, you have other attorney friends. I could have really educated him on e-notary to get all of his clients that are American, and then have him get me clients based on our relationship. That's what marketing is. And I could have really pushed that, but I didn't. He's still there. I still have his contact. I can still do that. But my point is that there's so much work out there that to not, and this is not even just Ron. Let me just bring it back to loan closing and general notary work. Okay. I don't market anymore my independent notary business. Okay. Not notary to notary, but necessary notary public. I don't even market anymore. And I never ran ads, but I used to market, I used to push, I used to do a lot of marketing, and I'm still able to. When I was sick in my bed, my phone was going for a crazy person. I still get calls all the time for general notary work and loan closings, right? And so to the idea that there's not enough work out there, there's not enough money out there is ridiculous. Okay. It is ridiculous. And this is because I love you. It's because I love you. And I have to put that out there because sometimes people get in their feelings and they get all upset. And then like, she's so mean. If you are not successful in this business, it is not the industry and it is not the business. Okay. Unless you live in a place that is unpopulated. Okay. There are no people where you live. Then, and you cannot do Ron, then it is not your fault. If you live in a place that has a population, a decent sized population, okay, you should be making money. Okay. If you're not, that's a self thing. Okay. That's something that you need to fix within yourself. Okay. Whether that is self confidence, whether that is training, whether that's not being lazy, whether that's not procrastinating, whatever that is, that's something that you need to fix. Okay. So, right now, if you're not making the money that you want to make, okay, within reason, I didn't say you're going to go out and make $1 million tomorrow as a notary. I never said that. Okay. What I do say is that you can make a couple $100s a day. You can make about, on the low end, $1,000 a week. You can make a lot more than that. I got a post for Nakia. She sent it to me today for her numbers that she did. She almost hit her $10,000 a month, $10,000. She made a $10,000 a month. She didn't hit it, but she was really close. I said, you're going to get it next month. Watch. If you're not making the money that you see people make in this industry, the people that you see on YouTube and on social media, yada, 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 especially if you're in Hampton Roads, I keep hearing that. Now, if you're in Hampton Roads, like Southampton County, like the country where I used to live, like the Boykins, where it was like 20 minutes to the nearest Walmart, which was the only store besides a gas station that was like 10 minutes away, then that's different because you don't have a population. That's what I'm talking about. If you live in a place where there is like, and then you still get some, but I'm not guaranteeing you those results because you need people to sign. There's only but so many houses. Okay. If you live in an area where there's only like 20 houses in a 20-mile radius, that's what I'm saying. You don't have a population. If you live in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, you have a population. It's not your area. Okay. It depends. 'Cause Hampton Roads is a lot of different places. That's what I'm saying. Because I think some parts of Suffolk is country, but then some parts is city. I think that's part of Hampton Roads too. So it depends. But if you have a population, you should be making money. So if you are not making money, let's do this first. Let's first own it and say, I'm not making money because of me. I'm going to work on me. I need to get whatever that is. You know what you're doing. Don't make me yell at you. I know what I do. Okay. So I want to be a millionaire. I'm not there yet. And I was telling Empire Builders it was probably like a couple weeks ago, why I'm not a millionaire yet. Right? Why I'm not a millionaire yet. I know why. I am 100% clear on why. Now, I can be in denial and say, oh, it's the pandemic. Oh, it's the government. Oh, it's my kids. Oh, it's this and that. But the reality is, there are things that I do, habits that I have that are not conducive of a millionaire lifestyle. And so if I want to be a millionaire, I have to take on the habits of a millionaire. Okay? Whether that's not procrastinating, not being lazy, answering, returning phone calls, keeping meetings, whatever that is, training, reading, all of these things, right? And so I had to, this is me, because y'all know I'm transparent. I'm going to tell you what it is. I don't have millionaire habits. If I had millionaire habits, I would be a millionaire. Okay. I have six-figure habits. I have a habits of a six-figurer. A six-figurer. I have habits of a six-figurer. Okay. I don't have millionaire habits. Okay. And some of you guys, if you're not at six figures, let's say you're at five figures, but wherever you fall, it's because you have five-figure habits. If you change your habits, and you can, and the thing is, if you have five-figure habits, there's lower levels. You can have poor habits. And people who are actually poor and in poverty, there are habits for that. Not to say that's why everyone's in poverty. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that how you generate income, how you maintain income, and how you duplicate and increase your income are based off of habits. Okay. And so how much money you make right now is because of what you do every day. Okay. What you do day in and day out determines how much money you make. Your bank account, and I say it all the time, is a direct reflection of your work habits. Okay. However much money you have is a direct reflection of your habits. Okay. How you work, how you produce, how much money you make. And you're probably thinking, nah, because I work really hard. That may be the case, but maybe you work really hard stupidly. And I'm going to fix this up in a second. You know how they say, don't work hard, work smarter? So stupid, smart, you see what I'm saying? But I'm not calling you stupid. I just couldn't figure out another opposite to smart. Maybe you do work really. I have a friend, and I coach a lot of people. And this person that I know has a business, can make a killing. Okay. And I keep trying to tell this person, you need systems. You need systems. I can see your business clear as day, and you could be so profitable because you have it. You just don't have the systems. So this person is working so hard day in and day out, but they are working stupidly, for lack of better words. I don't know what else to say. Give me another word besides stupid. They're working in a way that's not smart. It's not the most effective way to produce the results they're looking for. You see what I mean? So you can work hard all day, but if you're not working smart and hard, you're still not going to get those results. You see what I'm saying? You're going to get what you're getting. Okay. And so it goes, bring it back to notary. Okay. If you live in a city, listen to me. Is cannabis legislation legalization being delayed? Wait a minute. What does that have to do with what I'm talking about right now? Anyway, but what I'm saying is, if you live in a city, go online. That's what I want all of y'all to do, because it's going to help you. Okay. If you live in a city that has a population, I want you to go online, go on SnapDocs, put in a few zip codes, find a notary in your area. Okay, or go on social media. Find a notary that's playing them all over social media now. That is popped up everywhere. Find a notary somewhere. SnapDocs, you can search by zip code. Find one that's successful. Okay. If there is one notary in your city, at least one that is successful, the problem is not your city. The problem is you. Okay. There is something that you are not doing. And there is no way that that one person has all the clients. No. But you know what? This is a thing. Okay. This is a thing. So if you ever researched it, like most sales companies, most businesses that have a sales team, they'll have think about how many of y'all know people who do Mary Kay? Have you been to a Mary Kay meeting or Avon meeting or MLM meeting? Have you ever been there? There's always like one or two people that are really successful and everybody else got scraps. Have you noticed that? I've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed. Why? It's a system. Most people, they see it, right? Oh, that looks like a good idea. I want to be a 6-figure notary signing agent. Let me do that. Yeah, that sounds good. I want a pink Cadillac from Mary Kay, right? I want to be a diamond earner from this MLM or whatever the case is. And they say it looks nice, but then when you see what you have to do, it don't get done. There's a reason why most, if not all, companies that have a sales department have a very limited amount of successful top earners in the company. And that's because the majority of people in America, let's just cut it here, are, what's the word I'm looking for? Give me a word. What's the word I'm looking for? Are not driven. I want to make sure I said this nicely. Are not driven. They lack discipline. They're not motivated. I don't want to call people lazy, because that's not nice and people get in their feelings. And I'm not trying to have y'all be mad at me again, because y'all was mad at me the last post I made. I had to take it down because y'all was losing your minds. And that is why, and you know what? And it was a guy, I think was it Mark Cuban? It was somebody I was listening to, and he was dropping knowledge, right? And he was like, somebody asked him, like, how do you give all this information away for free? And he says, you would think that me giving away all this information would hurt my business. But he said the majority of people who listen to me will not ever implement what I teach them. It's true. And I noticed that. He was like, I can tell you right now how to go out and make $1 million. And he said, if I had a room with like 100 people, I think the percentage that they said was like 90% of people would not even do it. Think about it. How many of y'all have ever been to a training? You've been to a training, or you took somebody's conference or class and you were really motivated in the moment. Yeah, we're all going to make $1 million. Yes, let's do it. Yeah, how long that lasts? You got to be honest, baby. You got to be honest with yourself. You do. You absolutely do. That is why. You want to know a perfect example? You want to know? Perfect example? Okay. In my notary signing agent training, there's a list of 50 signing companies. 50. Contact information, sign up with them. I vetted this list personally myself. These are people that I personally have worked with. There are people who have taken my training and have not signed up with one. Or they'll sign up with like 2 or 3. when there's a list of 50. And I say, start with all 50. They don't do it. And some people might say, oh, well, I don't have a list. That's not your problem. There are people with lists, and they still don't do it. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. And that's the thing. So, and that's why I can tell you so much that I've learned from teaching. It's funny because I've really worked on self-development a lot with me. Still working on it, but I really study people. I study the mind. I like to study why we do the things we do, why it takes someone to die in your family for you to call that uncle or call your dad or call your mom. Those phenomenons I study. I like to understand us. Why does it take, someone perfect example. It might take you hours, the whole Saturday to clean your house. But if it's a day where someone's coming out of town, they just called you, I'll be there in 2 hours. You can get that whole house cleaned in 2 hours. Why does it take you a whole day to clean your house on a Saturday? But if you had to get it done in 2 hours, you get it done. Things like that, right? Why, when I was in college and just even after college doing work, why did they give you 2-3 weeks to do a project and you wait until the night before and you hammer it, but you get it done? Why do we do things like that? That's the stuff that I like to learn about. I like to understand people. And my biggest thing that I'm really trying to master for me personally, why does it take life slapping you across the face for you to wake up? You're probably like, but that's what we're talking about. Most people will live in a low income or financially stressed situation, and they will keep themselves there because they are comfortable there. But it would take a major shift, like them having to come up with money for somebody got sick, or I don't know, their house burned down, whatever. It takes something major to shift for them to wake up and say, I need to make more money real quick. But in your mind, prior to that major shift, you still need to make more money. Yes. I said I was gonna play the game, and I'm up here talking to y'all. So he like, Mommy, 10 minutes. But I'm fascinated by that, and I say that because I do the same thing, right? I'm gonna give you an example. I hope I'm not being too extra. Okay. I'm not even gonna put dollars on it because people be all in my business. I needed to make a certain amount of money in a short, and I think I need to make it in 2 days. It was something I really wanted to do, and it was last minute, and I was like, man, I need to make this money real quick in 2 days. Okay. I made the money in 2 days. I was pissed off with myself, not because I made the money in 2 days, because I could have always done that. But it took something needing to happen for me to dig deep inside of me to find something that I've always had. I didn't change. Nothing changed about me. I didn't go out and get a degree. I didn't make a new friend. I didn't read some book. I was still the same person. But my motivation, my why changed. And so that's what for me, that's where I'm at. I want to be able to harness and master that beast on the inside of all of us. I call it that in Empire Builders, that ability to produce without having to be triggered. Why I'm trying to I want to be able to self-trigger. I don't want my life to be only awesome when I'm triggered, right? I don't want to only produce amazing, massive results only when the outside world triggers me. Now I can kick into a new gear because my lights are about to get disconnected, or my car gets repoed, or someone got sick, or I got fired. You see what I'm saying? Because now you got triggered. Now you can wake up. and be great. I don't want that. And I hope that y'all don't want that. Right? And so for me, that's where I'm at. And so I try to really teach that. I teach that a lot of empire builders, but I really want y'all to grasp that you have so much. And I'm not trying to preach to y'all because I'm not a preacher, but you have so much inside of you. Is freaking ridiculous. It is. It is. You know that? Let me yell at y'all. For real. I'm serious. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. And so even like y'all are on Notary to Notary channel, so I'm assuming that all of us want to be notaries, right? Is that a safe assumption? We all want to be six-figure notaries, okay? You are not there. If you are not there, because some of you are. I know a lot of you that are students of mine that are. If you are not there, okay, we need to work on you, okay? And what that means, and I'm going to say it, it's like 150 people on this live, okay? I'm going to say it. And I hope that you are in the 10% of the group of people that actually listen when someone tells them to do something. Because the other 90% of people who hear me are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And then they're going to cut this off and cut on Netflix, or they're going to flick around on TikTok, or they're going to go on Instagram and see somebody's shoes and order them and get distracted. Or their daughter's going to call them, or they got to go cook dinner and they forget, or they stressed out, somebody else called them, whatever your excuse is. I don't know what your excuse is going to be, but there is going to be an excuse why some of you guys decide that I'm not. Let me tell you something. Out of the 150 people on here right now, if all of you decided to make six figures and be like, get your stuff together, you literally could do that. It is a choice. It is a choice. You are choosing to live the life you are living. Okay. And it's not even like, I can see if it was like 100 years ago when resources were not really there. Like, bruh, listen to me. I'm sorry I hit you with that, bruh. I was talking to my friend who works at a college, and we were just talking about how colleges are having to change how they market and how they execute, because people now, it's a shift. Okay. It's a shift in industries and all of that stuff. And so people are not so quick to run off to college as they used to be. People are getting their YouTube degrees. Okay. That means people are learning how to produce income from YouTube. YouTube University. Okay. Things are changing. All you need to do is get the training. Now you can go on YouTube. You can go to notarytonotary.com. You can take my training. You can join my coaching program. We got you. We'll get you together, but do something. Okay? Do something. And to sit around, the thing is, what you know, so it's two pieces of success: education, implementation. You can learn a whole lot. I know a lot of people that took my training that are stuck in analysis paralysis. They just want to keep taking people's trainings. I know quite a people who've taken a whole lot of trainings and haven't done a thing. How many of you guys, I'm almost done. How many of you guys have taken 2 and 3 and 4 trainings and have not done one loan closing yet? That's you. You are that person. Love you. Okay. You are that person. Okay. You stuck. Unstick yourself. You can keep taking trainings for what? For why? For why? You wasting time. You wasting time. You just scared. Let's call that out. Just say, Vanessa, I'm scared. Guess what? Scared money don't make no money. Okay, you can be scared, but scared money don't make no money. So do it scared. Do it scared. And once you do it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, that was not even that bad. So first, it's education. Some people don't know what they're doing. And I commend you. I do. I commend the people that are running around grabbing notary commissions and stamping everything. At least you tried. You got people out here who have no idea what they're doing. No idea. None. Literally. But they going for it. They shooting their shot. They messing stuff up, but they shooting their shot. They get people who want to learn everything and are talented and understand, but they so scared that they don't even take that job. They don't answer the phone. They said all that time, you spend so much time building and refixing and editing your website, and you don't take not one job. What are you doing? You got two sides of the fence. People who don't know what they're doing, they running out here scamping everything. Then you got people who then took all the trainings they could possibly find. You are looking for more trainings. Please stop. Okay. If you done took 3, 4, 5 trainings at this point, don't even take mine. No, I'm just kidding. You come on to my training. But what I'm saying is he coming to get me. He said I've been on here too long.
Mommy.
Yes.
Yeah,
let me see.
Are you office?
Yeah, I'm working.
Why?
I'm almost done. I'm trying to motivate people to
Why?
become notaries.
Why, Mommy?
Because people are important.
Why?
Because they are.
Why?
I don't know. People are important because it's important to help people because we are all in this together.
Why?
Why are we all in this together? Because we all live on earth together and I have to help people to be happy.
Hi.
Why?
Yeah.
So that way people are on the earth and they get along with each other and they're not running around being miserable and crying and being angry, but people can be happy so we can have parties. Is that a good answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. Can you close my door? Love you. Yeah, I didn't think I thought I was gonna know why. You just close this one, baby. Okay, got it. You said I got a PhD on YouTube. But yeah, so what was I saying? I got distracted with my baby. Y'all so silly. Is there a listing of companies to get insured? Listing of companies to get insured. I use Merchants Bonding through the National Notary Association for my E&O insurance. Oh, that's my sugar to Bogota. He said, why? But did you want to know a interesting statistic? The average child asks about 150 questions a day. Do you know how many questions the average adult asks a day? Who remembers? If you remember, you get a gift card. Who remembers? How many questions the average adult asks a day? I've said it before. The average child asks about 150 questions a day. The average adult, because they think they know everything, ask how many questions a day? Do you remember? Let me see if anybody put it. Y'all real close. It's not 5. It's not 2. It's not 30. Come on. Somebody's going to get it. It's not 25. It's not. Come on. You real close. Somebody going to get it. It's not 7. It's not 10. Okay, I see it. Hold on now. That's his favorite word. Why? Too cute, all the questions. 6. The average adult asks about 6 questions a day. Isn't that interesting? And when I heard this statistic, it was basically, send me an email, info@notarytonotary.com, Denise, so I can send you a gift card. It's because we think we know everything. But when you really understand that you don't even know hardly anything, why do we do that? More things that I study about the human phenomenon. But I ask questions all the time now, especially after I heard this. Just random stuff. I just ask, like a kid. I ask. It ain't come on my thing, baby. I'm sorry. I can't wait to see her in the NNA conference. Me too! Did they announce that? I don't think I was supposed to announce that. Why are you getting me in trouble? That was not supposed to be announced. Shh. Anyway. But yeah, so if you're not successful as a notary signing agent, okay, I'm gonna do one. We can do one. One. Why? Because I said so.
I do.
All right, eat one first, and then I'll see. Well, I don't have my scissors.
It's hard.
I'm trying. Hold on.
Oh, you did it.
Almost. Do you want me to take this off, or you can eat it like that?
Get it off.
Nah, hold on, because I don't want to make a mess. I apologize. Here you go.
Why do that?
I apologize. Go ahead. Close my door. Love you. He'll have a great Christmas. Thanks, Sass. Oh, it's Success Summit. You said that gum is done, Vanessa. Let it go. Never! So, I have to chew gum right now, if you didn't know. I mentioned that before on my last live. Y'all don't know I don't chew gum.
Okay.
I might not be able to hang out here too long because he just wants to talk to me. I took my notary exam in New York. First steps towards success. You motivate me with your videos. Love your drive and your honesty. Oh, you're the best ever. Okay. Guys, make sure you list your business at Notary Directory USA. The app is now live in Android. Still waiting on Apple because they take forever to do things. But I still love you, Apple.
Where was that?
We have the Loan Doc Masterclass this Saturday. The next class coming up is Go Direct to Title and Launch Ron 2022. Notary to Notary to get in on that. One-on-one coaching is available for you know what? What did I do? Is available for $99, so you can get in on some self-development and get your notary business off the ground. And did I miss anything? I finished Notary to Notary training. How can I get the signing list? Gwendolyn, I love you. It's in the training. In part 1 of the training. I took time. Okay. Is there a promo code? Look at you always wanting a promo code. Is there a promo code? 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 Let's see. We can make one. Let's see. Not for the lives, for the courses, I can make one. Let me see. Let's see. It can expire on Sunday. And what should be the code? It should be it's me. That's what it should be. It's me. I'm the reason. That's what we need to say. It is me. Or procrastination. Or what should be the code? Where's the one-on-one notary to notary? I'll put the link. You gotta click coaching. That's where you'll see it. Coaching. The promo code does not work for the live events, just the online courses. This is the last one, boo. Okay.
I'm more.
Nope. Here.
What you mean?
I don't want me. Motivate. Motivate. That's a nice code. I like that. Can you stop?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Promo code motivate. And motivate. We'll have it expire on Sunday. Isaiah, please stop. And we'll do 30% save. Did I save that right? Motivate. I did. Can you put promo code WIDO? I like that. Why? Like, why are we still in the same situation? Why? Because of you. Code should be millionaire. I love it. Can you put the link to Notary Directory USA? Notary Directory USA.com. Isaiah, please don't do that. I refer people to your training even though I haven't finished yet. Girl, you got to get in there. Plus, I I don't know if the marketing is a part of the all-inclusive. Oh, you said I was going to add it. I don't remember that. I got to think about it. Can you please turn my light on? Please pass the boarding for Ron. Okay. I'm just reading out your comments. I finished it. No, okay, I saw that. Isaiah, please stop. Okay, I think I got everybody. Okay. Promo code should be MoCrastinate. People motivated but will still procrastinate. Wait a minute. That is funny. I like that. Can I use that? Mocrastinate. You motivated but still procrastinate. Listen. I'm in Washington State. Is your app supply jobs where I'm at? What do you mean? Come on this side. Come on this side. Come on this side. Go over there. What app? Signingorder.com is the platform that you would make a profile on. We send jobs out through there. Will Ron training include California? So California is not doing Ron yet. So kind of gotta wait. They're only doing in-person e-notary. How do you sign for text messages? Text messages is here. Look at me on the shmoney today. Hey Stacy, just make sure your profile is complete. When we have things in your area, we will send them out via text message. I am, but people I'm referring, I think, finish your training. Yay! I love it. Mocrastinate. People motivated, but they procrastinate. Okay. It's time for children. Can you ask her nicely in your big boy voice? Okay, just say mommy said please. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mommy said please what?
Go say mommy said please. Can you do this for me?
But I just have to say please.
I guess this live is over because the children have decided to swarm the live session. And you know what? As soon as I hop off this live, I'm gonna probably answer like 2 questions they had, and then they're gonna walk away and not even want to talk to me anymore. It's interesting. Anywho, yeah, come on, let's do this. Hold on, guys, 2 seconds. Okay. All right. So the live training, how long is it about to purchase? 60 days. So I think that was it that I had for you guys. I wanted to just motivate you guys on this Monday. Don't turn on Netflix and watch some ridiculous stuff. You can watch Netflix, watch a documentary, read a book, work on your business, sign up with signing companies, build your website, Google business page, take the training, implement the training, all that good stuff. And get it done tonight. Everything I just said, get it done tonight. Is that an excuse that I see coming through your face? No? Good. Take the training, finish the training tonight. Build your website tonight. Do your Google business page tonight. Sign with signing companies tonight. Tonight. If you're in California, it's not even nighttime yet. It's like 4 o'clock. Okay? Get it done. The longer you take to get it done, the longer you're not going to have. I was going to say something else really mean, but as Vanessa, be nice. The longer you take to get it done, the longer it'll take for you to be successful. So, you used to pull all-nighters when you was in college, didn't you? I did. I, for one, could stay for 2 days and not even care about it. Okay? Stop acting like that. Stop acting like you old because you're not old. Get it done. If I told you I was going to give you $500,000 for you to get that list and I just said you would get it done. Are you motivated? What is your why? Get it done. Get her done. I like it. Get her done. You can do it. You really can. I put the discount code on there. It's Motivate. Promo code is Motivate. Didn't I put that on there? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Because I think I put it on there already. I think I did. Promo code motivate. Promo code not what you said? Procrastinate. I'm motivated, but I procrastinate. Listen. Oh, I didn't put it on there, did I? So for me, I'm gonna be working all night. I promise you, I'm gonna be writing articles. I'm gonna be working on my book. I'm gonna be working on these email blasts. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I am. And this, like, you don't understand, y'all. I need you to understand. Can y'all hear me real quick? Listen to me. And I was talking to my team and they said I can't talk about it too much because it's not launched yet. This technology platform that I'm building is so nice. And I think I'm going to sell it once it's done. I think I am. And honey, when I sell it, to Google or whoever buys it, listen, it's going to be a lot of zeros on the end of that check. Okay. And so I'm motivated. I am motivated because see, the people out there that do that, they just build they build businesses or they build tech softwares and things like that, and then they sell it. And you know what? You don't even have to be the builder of the technology. That's one thing that I learned. A lot of people who have tech companies are not even technical. They hire the people. Had I known, and I was talking to them, I said, you know what? Once we done with this, I'm gonna have my kids build an app game and sell it something nice, right? Something that's like catches, like Candy Crush, right? Something like that. Something that's gonna do real well. Or like but you can make, if you have any kind of idea, you don't always have to know how to implement it. You just have to have people that can help you implement it. That's all you gotta do. The promo code does work for the online courses, honey. Yes, it does. How long is the Ultimate Tide course accessible to you? We purchased it indefinitely, as long as I'm still here, and even after that, as long as Thinkific stays on the platform. That'll be my second purchase. Are you looking for investors? Not right now. We did discuss that in the beginning, but I'm not at that place right now. Maybe later. It just depends. It's definitely a new field for me. And so I'm following my coach's advice. So we're not doing investors right now. Like Roblox, so nobody freaks out when it goes down again. And my daughter said that Roblox went down because somebody was looking for a burrito. I don't know what that means, but if you play Roblox, I'm sure you know. Yeah, that's what happened. I said, okay, all right, burrito, go ahead, do your thing now. But will be nice to pay off debts caused by the pandemic shutdown. That was rough going through that. I know it was. It definitely was. But it's like you have to just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep working on yourself. Keep learning. Constantly reading. And I don't care if you don't want to pick up a book, audiobook it. Okay? Constantly reading. What you know is where you're in the place that you're at right now. If you want to go further, you need to know more. Okay? No more people, no more things, no more information. Okay. Yes, I've learned from a business lawyer that you can hire someone to implement your idea. Yep. You just have to have the idea and then get the funding for it and then get people to do it for you. The resources really are endless. There's a lot of ways. I'm so excited. Like, I mean, I understand. Like, I'm talking to y'all right now, and that's the thing. I dream. Like, I had a dream. I think it was last night before that about my companies. Like, I am so engulfed with building of businesses. I'm so engulfed with. Last thing, I'm gonna let y'all go. The more that I meet people, the more that I read, the more that I'm exposed to things, the more two things happen. One, I get mad. I get mad because there's so much out there that we don't know. And if you're living like how I was living, if you lived in a low income or a stressed kind of lifestyle, there's something you don't know. Okay. And the more that I learn and the higher I go up, it's like, yo, get out of here. Like, I dead serious, learn stuff all the time. I'm like, yo, how y'all not making it? And I always say, why is this not public knowledge? But it is. Everything that I'm learning is free information. Whether you learn in a book or from a person, or I didn't pay for, I do pay for some trainings, but there's so much information out there. And it's like, the more I learn, it's like, yo, stop playing with me. Like, once I learn that employees get taxed the most in this country, Warren Buffett said, if you want to see if you want to see something of America, my secretary pays more in taxes than I do, and I'm a billionaire. Okay. He said that quote. And when I learned that all the perks and benefits to having a business, they don't teach you that though. They don't teach you that. And so I said, I tell all the time, I don't care if you have a hobby. You need to get yourself a business. Make that business, that hobby, your business. There's so many benefits to having a business, y'all. If you just, and the more I learn, I be like, wait, what? Like, it makes me mad because I can't even begin to tell you all the things that I've learned. I share a lot with Empire Builders, but I just be learning, and I know that's not proper English, but this is how I talk when I'm comfortable. And so I just be learning so much. I just be side-eyeing people who knew this information. And so I tried that's why I say all the time, I don't want to die with all this information. I've learned so much. Like, when I tell you I read like nobody's business, I read an audiobook like it's nobody's business. And I have learned so much. Okay. And I mean stuff from health and wellness and nutrition to taxes and finances to real estate to so this is the thing that I do. You don't have to do what I do, but if you want to know, it's the thing that I do. There used to be an app called Stumble Upon. Okay. They no longer have it. They changed their name. I don't know what it is. Before Stumble Upon was a thing, there was a website called Random Website Picker. Okay. I'm going somewhere with this. Before I found that, what I used to do was in my bed before I went to sleep at night, I would go to Google. You can do this now. And I would put in a random letter like C and hit search. And then I would go to news and I would read random news articles that popped up, right? And so it's not just news articles, it could be websites, but I would learn so much, like just sitting in bed, like, oh, what's a hedge fund? Like right now, were hedge funds right about Citigroup? Like, what happened to Citigroup? Right. And so I was doing this and I saw that, what was it? Is it Wells Fargo that stopped doing lines of credit? And I'm like, okay, what's going on with Wells Fargo? Right. And so that and I just love taking information, but I'm telling you that if you will take some time and talk to people, that's the other thing too, talking to people. I know, because you're an introvert. I know, but listen to me. I have learned so much just from talking to people. I'm telling you what I know. Your net worth is equal to your network. And some people don't want massive success. I do, because I want to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. Period. I was talking to somebody and they were telling me that Mark Zuckerberg is probably going to go to jail because that's why they're trying to change the name. But they were talking about all the things that was going on with Facebook in violation of privacies and yada, yada, yada. And Mark Zuckerberg was going to go to jail. Let me ask you this question. How many of you guys think that right now Mark Zuckerberg will ever go to jail? I'm sorry. How many of you guys think that Mark Zuckerberg will ever go to jail longer than 30 days? And that's a stretch. Anybody think that that's a possibility in America? Now, if he goes in the country, possibly. Anybody think that it's a possibility that Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook and other companies, the billionaire, the multi-billionaire who is in charge of a whole lot in this country, okay? Anybody think that he would ever go to jail for longer than a few days to make people happy? Exactly. And why is that? Let's talk about it. Why is that? That is because he has two things: money, which is a resource to help you do things, and a network. Okay. You can have a whole lot of money, but if you don't know people, you can't make that money move for you. You need both. Okay. You need money and you need a network. That's why it doesn't matter what Mark Zuckerberg does, unless he goes on a killing spree. And even that, they may just tell him to go out the country and, exile him. Unless he goes on a killing spree, guess what? Mark Zuckerberg's probably not going to jail. Do you know who else is probably not going to jail because they're really successful? This is the country we live in. And you guys know who I'm talking about. Even though I don't do politics, you know who I'm talking about. They're probably not going to jail. Why? Because this is America. And America is built on capitalism and influence and power. And if you have a lot of money and you have a network, you can do whatever you want to do. I was listening to, who was it? It was a billionaire, and he was doing a talk, and he was saying, I heard it when I was in the bed for the past 2 weeks. He was saying, what did he say? He said that people care about themselves. Remember I said it before too? People care about themselves, right? Not in like oh my God, people are selfish. No. The average person cares about themselves first. It is what it is. Okay. I gave the example that said, if I gave you $1,000, okay, if I gave you $1,000, all of you nice, wonderful, amazing people who are genuinely good people, okay, if I gave you $1,000 and I said, I'm going to give you this $1,000, I just wanted you to split it with one person, this random person that you don't know, give them a portion of the $1,000. I don't want to know what you give them. Give them a portion of the $1,000. They don't even know about the deal. They have no idea. I want you to figure out how much you want to give them and go give it to them. How much money would you give that person that I'm not going to check? I'm going to give you $1,000. Okay. How much money are you going to go and give this random person out of your $1,000? Answer it honestly. Right? That's the average person. Put it in the chat. How much money are you going to give somebody? If I give you $1,000, how much money are you going to give that person? I don't want to know. They don't know that you're giving them money. This is between you and your $1,000. How much money are you going to give that person? And look at the chat. Okay. The average person cares about themselves first. And it's not that they're hateful or rude or whatever. It's just the reality. And so the guy I was listening to, he was saying that systems, the government, laws, businesses, organizations are built by the average person. And so if you get into your head that the government and companies and organizations genuinely put you first, you're backwards. Because the average person cares about themselves first, and then you. Okay? Themselves first, and then you. And I'm not telling you guys to go be selfish and not be caring. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is the way he was teaching it was that, really? Can you turn that down or go out there? I'm trying to teach something, honey. And close my door. the average person that builds these systems builds with them in mind, and then you, them first, and then you. And so he was talking about how having money and having influence, having that network allows him to maneuver laws and different things like that. And it's just interesting when you really understand. So I heard this quote, and it said that the IRS tax code is so complicated because they make it that complicated when they need to get to a powerful, wealthy person. And they say that the tax code is so complicated, it changes every year, that isn't, if you really try, you can get everybody in a violation of a tax code. That's how complicated they say the IRS tax code is. Okay. And so it's just interesting when you really like study. I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. But when you really think it through, I ain't trying to give y'all too much. Plus, I'm on YouTube. They're gonna come get me. But y'all know my background is political science, and I look into a lot about the criminal justice system and things like that. But you should look into people with power and influence that have basically walked away from crimes. And it's literally because they have money. They have money. If you have money, you can hire 20 and 30 attorneys for your one case because you have the money to do that. And the other thing is, like, there's so many laws out there that all you need is one law to contradict one law, and then boom, you're done. I'm out of here, right? And so it's just interesting. It's a lot. Don't even get me started on like governor's pardons and like presidential pardons. I'm gonna stop talking now because I like to read about the stuff, but some people they're not ready to see that truth. Hold on. Anyway, but I'm not gonna stay on that too long because y'all didn't come on here for politics and things. But what I will say is that making money, having money, and having friends and having relationships is not about, for me, it's not about chasing empires, like, the idea of, I want to control the world. No, it gives you options. It gives you options. It gives you the ability to live the way you want to live. And not necessarily be at the mercy of others because, period. So get you some money. Okay. You can do that being a notary. You can make a lot of money. Y'all gonna stay up tonight. We all staying up tonight. I'm staying up tonight. I don't know about y'all. Y'all gonna see me posting on social media. I'm staying up tonight. We staying up tonight. I don't have no coffee, but we staying up tonight, being productive. Tips on creating and publishing your own book. Okay, that's an empire builders thing, but we could do that.
Mommy.
Yes. What's wrong with it?
Not working.
Because your batteries are wrong.
What are you eating?
Gum.
Why?
Because.
Gum cakey.
Yeah, but it's just for me. Here you go. Thank you. Love you. Close the door. But yeah, do you have any questions for me before I go? We staying up tonight. Let's get it. I need to finish this book, y'all. I'm almost done. I've just been dragging my feet a little bit, but I'm motivated. I ain't finished this book. I have a notary tomorrow. I may push it through signing order. It's in Hopewell, so I haven't decided yet. I was going to do it because it's our first client, and I was like, okay, let me lead and, do this perfect job and seal the deal for future closings. But I haven't decided. Why y'all do that? Listen. We was cool. Now we're not cool. We was cool. Now we're not cool. Let me tell you something. Sir, ma'am. Sir, ma'am. Ma'am, sir. Ma'am, sir. Okay. I play with my children a lot, darling. And I don't think I'll regret these moments because I am living them very well. But I do have to work and talk to you guys. So I wasn't on live all day. I was on live right now for the past hour and a half. Darling, sweetie, pie. Okay. This is me growing. Look at the growth. Can you see the growth? I know that you meant nothing but love from that comment. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the growth. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. I'm proud of me. I am. So proud of me. Michelle, do you know? Michelle said that someone need a slap. Listen, I was thinking while I was saying that I was growing. I was wishing Michelle was here because Michelle was going to get them. Michelle said that somebody need a slap. Listen. I'm telling you what I went through my young one when I was busy out there when we were younger. I know. And that's why I know, because you always on my lives and you're never rude or mean. And so that's why I said, had you been anybody, I'm gonna tell you right now, Cap City, had you been anybody else that I had not seen before, you would have not gotten that response. It would have been no growth. It would have been no growth. And this is my thing, and I say it all the time. I am a wonderful, nice person. I am very kind. I am very sweet. If I happen to get an attitude with somebody, I always go back and apologize because that is who I am now. Okay. I'm not there yet when it comes to my children. And that's something that the Lord is working on me with. And that's why I know that I'm just not there. I'm not. It's something I'm working on it. You know, we all got areas that we need to work on. My kids is my area. So I'm not the worst parent, but I can be that parent that, let's say my child happens to do something and you say, well, your kid, da 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 da. I'm the person that says, well, why did he do that? Let's talk about it. Why did he do that? Did you provoke him? Was something done to him? Okay, that's me. I'm working on it. I'm not there yet. I am very much protective of my babies. And you can talk about me all day. Listen, you can go in on this new growth all day. Honey, don't you dare. Okay? Because I'll make a trip. Okay? God is not, he working on me with my babies. And I'm not there yet. It's just, I'm not there yet, but I'm working on. I want to be you know how we all got things we got to work on. I'm working on me. Excuse me. Moms never really get there at any age. They're always our babies. They are. You say I got them triggers too. Listen. Yes, my babies. That's why, and that's crazy because somebody, you can insult me all day. People do it on social media, not a lot, but people will say all kinds of stuff on social media all day, and it don't bother me. It don't. I'm telling you, I don't lose not one bit of sleep. I just laugh at them and say, "Oh, you got nothing else to do, baby." Right? You can say something nasty, but check my bank account out. Right? And so it don't bother me. But when it comes to my babies, something about those babies. And it's funny because your babies can work your nerves. Work your nerves, but let somebody else say something about your babies. Now we got a problem, right? Let somebody else say about your babies. Now we got a whole problem. That's what I'm saying. But I'm gonna go hang out with them. We actually did play today. We went to a jump place called Launch. One of my friends actually owns it. And so I was really proud of her. But it's a jump Launch Richmond. It's like a jump house. What do you call it? Bounce house thing. One of those. You said better not fix nothing. See, we all got problems. That's why all of us, we all can't be in the same daycare or school, because we all be like, my kid ain't do nothing. Are we all like that? Like, I'm trying to figure out, was he provoked? Like, there must have been a reason, because he doesn't do that with me. Right? We got to work on these kids. We work on us. Michelle's the same way. Because my sister Michelle, she's on his live. She's the same way. Because I'll come and say, oh, your son hit my son. No, what? This is my last story. So if you wanted seriousness, it's gone. Good night. I was at Michelle's house, and that's my sister. So my son was playing with her son. And they were playing, and what happened? I think her son hit my son. Yes, why did my child throw the chair? I remember that. Your son hit my son, and then did he hit his son? I don't know. If something happened, but no. It was Elena hit your son back. Anyway, it was some fighting happened, and they ran in the house to tattle. Somebody hit me, and my son said, "Wait, so somebody's son hit somebody?" And I said, "Well, okay, so Isaiah, my son, was hitting her son, Elisha, and then Elisha hit my son back, and then Elena, his sister, hit Elisha, the cousin. Okay, so they run into the house and they're tattling, and Michelle is sitting there, and she's like, well, he hit him, and I was like, well, she did the right thing because she protected her brother, right? I said, Elena protected her brother, and she hit him. I said, Michelle was looking at me with a crazy face. Are you condoning violence? And I said, no, but I am condoning protection. And so I said, if you are with your siblings and someone so happens to hit that sibling, you are supposed to protect them by any means necessary. And she was like, what? I said, now I'm not condoning violence, but I am condoning protection. Okay. I know when I was growing up, my dad told us, if any one of your sisters get into a fight, y'all all get into a fight. But I don't know, that could be a Brooklyn thing, because that's isn't that considered jumping? And that's bad nowadays. But one of y'all get into a fight, all of y'all got into a fight. Don't come home unless all y'all done got into a fight. Now, so I think that's where that came from. Anybody else had that? How we get to this point? I don't even know how we got to this point. I think we got side tracked, and I'm gonna bring it back in. Notary. As long as I end it with notary, it's okay. But yeah, my grandkids are watching Vanessa now and smiling. Hey, Rob! You say it's casting on the big screen. I'm not coming to your house. My kids are grown. I'm still them. Nope, that's what we learned in the STL. What is the STL? Because I thought it was ATL, but I'm assuming that STL is something else. St. Louis? Is that what that is? I don't want my kids fighting because they don't have an off switch. That is true. They don't. My dad said I never ever start a fight, but if I end up in one, I better finish it. Okay, Sandy. I love it. I told my kids, if someone hits you, you hit them back to protect yourself. St. Louis is what I thought. And Kimberly, I saw your post in the Facebook group because you out here making all the shmoney. Where are you at? You're in St. Louis? Really? Empire Builders is here. I saw your post and I actually screenshotted it to share because I was super proud of you. And I was like, okay, Miss Ma'am, let's get it. Okay, not being political, but she'll be at every PCA meeting too. Listen, y'all are so silly. My kids know that. That's the rule. No, Virginia, originally from St. Louis. Oh, okay, I see you out here with me. Yes, I'm from the Bronx, and my mom said the same thing. Yeah, what my dad actually said. After you beat them up, and I got to say that the clean version. He was like, you supposed to reach down and give them your hand and say, "I'm so sorry that I had to beat you up. Can we still be friends?" Remember that? That's when I was little. I think I was in middle school when he told me that. My parents. Um, but yeah, if moms don't defend their babies, who will? Exactly. But those are my babies. I love my babies. I'm about to go play with them now. You talking about something? Play with them, baby. I be trying to get a break. But I love my kids. I really do. They make me laugh. You know what my daughter said? I put it on TikTok. My daughter said last night, she came to me and she said, "Mom, how many kids do you have?" I said, 3. She said, "No, you have 1 kid." Yes, she said. I said I have 3. She said, "No, you have 1 because you had 2 mistakes." That's what she said to me. I said, "You ain't got nothing else to do. Really? That's what we don't want our spare time. For real. Okay. Thank you. Disperse." My kids are funny though. They definitely. No, my son. You know what? We're gonna do a kid time. I can't do it right now. My kids are. My kids. So my son is so smart, right? Listen, this how smart my son is. Okay, my son. I went in his room. He asked me to heat up a pizza, and I told him to wait a minute. I was working. Give me a minute. I'll heat the pizza up. Apparently, I took too long. So what he did was he went into his room. It's the middle of the day, so it was sunny. He pulled the string down. My 5-year-old pulled the string, let the blinds up in the window. Built this put the crate in a bucket and everything, and the pizza on top of the bucket, right? And he lined it up so the sun rays hit the pizza, right? So I finished working. I came out of the room. I walk in his room and I said, "Okay, Junior, where's your pizza?" He said, "It's okay, Mommy. The sun's heating it up." And at first, when I walked in the room, I was mad because he touched the blinds. Okay. If you have little kids, you know what I'm talking about because all the blinds are broken. Okay. I was mad, but then I couldn't even be mad anymore. I was astonished because you figured out how to heat up pizza without a microwave, right? And he said, "It's okay, Mommy. I got this." This is what I'm telling you. My son is a whole other breed. I'm not even kidding. He is so smart. I'm not even kidding. He teaches me things. He teaches me things. Okay. Now I teach the basics, the important stuff, how to shower and, don't look both ways in the street. He teaches me science and stuff. He was the one. Remember I told a story when he was sitting down in the living room and he said, "Mom, I want to build this car. I want to build a car." And he was talking about this project he wanted to do, right? So I was kind of listening, but not really listening, to be honest. And he was like, after he finished telling me about all the supplies he needed, he said, "Yeah, so when I'm done, it'll be aerodynamic." And I stopped because I realized I didn't know what that meant. And it was embarrassing. So I said, maybe he don't know what it means either. So I asked him, "What's aerodynamic?" And he told me. He explained it to me very well. I don't remember at this point because that was a while ago. But this is what I'm talking about. Okay. He teaches me things. Okay. One day I spilled something on the floor, right? In the kitchen. I'm not even kidding. I spilled something on the floor in the kitchen. Okay. I said, "Get some paper towel, help me clean it up." He said, "Mom, I think you need a polymer." How many of y'all know what a polymer is? Anybody? Don't worry, I'll wait. My 5-year-old said, "Mom, I think you need a polymer." I stopped. I said, "Son, what's a polymer?" He then proceeded to explain to me that a polymer is a substance that absorbs liquids, and you find them in diapers. Sir, you too smart for me, because at this point, when you start talking, I need a dictionary. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know if y'all knew that. Okay, this is who I'm dealing with. So yes, every day my son teaches me new things. Junior, he teaches me new things. Okay, every day I'm learning something new. I swear he has words that I've never heard of before, but I know they exist because he used them so eloquently that it just makes sense. Okay, yeah, my son's so smart. I can't even do like kid stuff with him. You know how like with kids, when you don't want them to do something, you can talk real smart and they don't understand what you're saying. I can't do that with him because he understands everything. And so it's really hard for me to just talk intelligently and try to hope that he doesn't understand, so I don't have to explain, and do what I don't want to do because he understands everything. And so there's that. So Junior is the one that teaches me things. Isaiah is the one that asks a million questions. That's the one that kept saying why. And it wasn't a one-time thing. This is my whole day. Why? Why? But why? But why? Okay, all day he questions me, which is fine. But he honestly is just so inquisitive. He's just like, why? Oh, why? I'm like, Isaiah, sit down. Why? Because we're about to eat. Why? Because you need to put food in your body. Why? Because you need energy for your body to function. Why? This is him. Okay? And if you don't answer, he's like, but why? Like, he's serious. He's making me funny. But why? Okay? And then Elena, she's my almost 10-year-old. And at this point in my life, she's a walking bag of emotions. Okay? I don't know if you guys have a 10-year-old, but my 10-year-old is a walking bag of emotions. Okay? I love her, and I hope she's not watching this, but she's the one that I'll say, Elena, it's time for dinner. And she'll say, oh, where are we going? And I'll say, I cooked. And you can hear the, and the, oh my God, what'd you cook, Mom? Oh my God, she's just so emotional. Then I'll say, this is the last breakdown. The last breakdown that we just had 2 days ago, it was cold outside. In my opinion, I think it's cold. Maybe it's not cold, and I'm just being a mom, but it was cold to me. Okay. And she came downstairs with a tank top and some shorts on and some Crocs. And I said, Elena, we're about to leave. Can you put some clothes on? Well, Mom, I'm that cold. Okay, I get that. You're not cold. Everybody else is wearing jackets. It's like 50s, high 50s right now. Can we put on some fall clothes? Her response was, how about I go outside and see if I'm cold? And if I'm not cold, then I can wear this. My response was, you don't know my response. At the end of the day, she went and changed her clothes because this is what I'm dealing with. And then she had a whole fit. I don't understand. If I'm not cold, then why do I have to wear all these clothes? I don't know. This is what I was told when I was younger. If it's 50-something degrees outside, then you put on pants. I don't know. What do you do? Honestly, if your kid, it's cold outside to you and everybody else, but your kid is like, well, I'm not cold. Do you let them wear the shorts, or do you tell them to go put pants on anyway? I feel like if I have her wearing shorts in 40-degree weather, people are going to look at me sideways and call social service. That's what I feel. I feel like my life is going to be in danger because you want to wear shorts in 40-degree weather. Let me tell you something. I'm not even kidding. One time, my son, I'm not even lying. My son was like 1 year old. He was in a car seat. Okay, Isaiah, and he was crying, and he would not stop crying. Okay, we were in the cash, right in the checkout at the grocery store, and he was crying. He was in the register. I got the other 2 kids. I'm trying to check out. He's crying, but he's strapped into the car seat, right? Crying baby. How many of y'all got kids? Okay. Y'all know we're a little crazy, right? Okay. The cashier, she's checking me out. She stops. She says, "Ma'am, I think you should get your baby." I said, "Ma'am, I think you should ring me up so I can leave and get him out of the car seat because he doesn't want to be in the car seat." But, right? Then she proceeds to tell me, "You can't let babies cry like that. Someone's going to call social service on you." I said, "Ma'am, at this point, I would get a break." Okay. But I'm serious. People are crazy. I said, "Someone's going to call social service on me because my baby is crying?" What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You obviously don't have kids. Obviously. But this is what I'm talking about. So I feel like with people in the world like her, if I let my kid walk outside with some shorts and it's 40-degree weather, somebody can call social service and they can be like, "Somebody help her." But this lady was so serious. She was so upset that I would not pick my son up. But I was stressed. I was trying to get out the store. I was just trying to get out the store. That's it. That's it. Sometimes we file this under because I said so. But anyway, I don't even know how we got on these kids. I have some stories. But y'all have a good night. Be awesome on purpose. I will see y'all tomorrow. Slide smoothly through the air. What is wrong? Y'all are so silly. She did make that face. Okay, actually, Michelle, darling. It's funny. Y'all know I'm going to stop going live at night. You know why? Because it always starts off notary, but then I just get to talking. And it ends up being like, you know how you end up hanging on the phone, talking to your best friend? Where's Anastasia when I need her? And you just end up talking on the phone. That's what ends up happening with us. It starts off educational, motivational, and then it ends talking about my children. How did we get here? I don't know how we got here. It is a squirrel moment, and I have officially squirreled. I have squirreled. I used to give my children the look and then proceed to stare them down with that look. So no, see, my kids, that was the old school, Kim. You can't do that no more. You know why? They too smart. They figured out that we'll give them the look, but we won't execute. Not in public, not anymore. We won't execute. So they figured that out. So they know the look work at home. The look don't work in public. It don't work for me. Okay? I am telling you, because they figured it out. They know that nowadays people are too soft. And when they see you, and it's funny because let me tell you something. I ain't even lying. It's the young people that's soft. Okay? I had my son in the store, right? And my son was acting up recently. Okay? He was acting up, throwing up, showing his behind, and I was giving him the look. Really? This what we doing? Okay? I was doing it. It wasn't working. So I proceeded to then spank his butt. Okay? But the way where I was, it was like I kind of was trying to put him so people couldn't see. And so I was spanking his butt. And I looked up and there was an older Spanish lady. She was standing there and I was like, "Oh, hi." And she gave me this look. She was like, "Girl, go ahead and get it." But she didn't speak Spanish. So she said something in Spanish. She was like, "Girl, don't worry about me. You better get that baby." That's what I'm talking about. We didn't want people like that. Because I'm like that. Like if I see somebody about to pick that, listen, I understand, honey. Because these kids will try you. And like my sons, I don't know if you guys notice, whenever I'm on live, they always come in here and they try me. Because when I'm not on the live and I'm doing emails and stuff, and I say, "Go ahead and close the door," they're out of here. No problem. But they know when I'm on a live that I can't, but I don't really give that stern mommy look. And I don't say like, "Stop playing with me," but like in my stern mommy voice, because I don't want y'all to hear that, because I don't want y'all to judge me and say I'm a mean mom, because you know some of y'all will do that. And like, well, Vanessa was really mean to her kids, right? You know what I'm saying? So I have to be like, Junior, don't do that. Like just now, you saw my son was turning on and off my ring light, and he was messing with it. The light could have easily have fallen, right? And so I'm like, Isaiah, don't do that. But if y'all was not on this live, it would have been a whole other response, because no, you know better, but you're doing it because I'm on a live and you're banging. That's what I'm saying. These kids know, because they don't do that any other time. That's why I say the look don't work, because all the young people out here now are like, you can't parent your kids anymore in public. You better use your nice voice. But don't get me on to talking about that. You know, darling. Now you actually have to go into the restroom. You know, there's that. Going when I was growing up, how many just listen, my mama, she did not play those games. Okay. My mom had this stance that she would do in stores and in school. My mom, I love her. She embarrassed me a few times in school. But she had this stance. It was like this. This is what she did. So let's say we go to Walmart, right? So let's say we go to Walmart. Can y'all see me? And we taking too long in the aisle, right? Me and Chris and Michelle, my sisters, we going, and I don't even know why we took so long, because we ain't had no money to buy nothing, but we would be always running around the store while mom was shopping, right? But we didn't have a phone back in the day. So you just had to know when your mom was done, okay? Don't let her check out and you can't be found. It was a problem, okay? And so she had this stance that she would do, and we knew we was in trouble because we would be coming out the aisle, right? And she would be standing there with her hand on her hip, right? So can you imagine? She would stand there with her hand on her hip and her foot, right? And she would stand there. And then we'll come out the aisle and we'll see her. And we'll be like, oh, snap. Right? And we'll start walking, right? And you know, I'm the baby. So I'll be like, hey, mom. Right? And she's still standing there. Right? And as we get closer, she would say something like, so you think I got all day to be here for you? That's what you think? You think I'm supposed to stay here waiting for you? Really? Right? And then she'll go on her thing. Come in the car. That's my mom. Yeah. Sometimes she'll right in the store, right in the back of your head. Come on now, you know I don't got time to be waiting all day. All right, y'all. Yes, it does. The look is followed by a trip to the restroom. My mama ain't look. She ain't go to the restroom. She was bold. She ain't care. I wouldn't care what nobody else think. That's your child. It's always the ones that don't have kids. It's just how you parent. Say it again, sis. I'm telling you, people, once you have kids, we should have a whole parenting section for people with parents. Because I had to tell some of my younger parents, like, listen, okay, all of us, if we have kids, okay, let me clear this up. If you have one kid, I'm sorry, I can't respect the hustle. I feel like one kid is hard, but multiple kids, listen, okay? If you have multiple kids, it's almost pretty much guaranteed you have gone insane, okay? It's not, pretty sure you've lost your mind, okay? And you may not be insane all the time, but for the most part, you've lost a few screws, because this is what happens when you have multiple children. It is what it is. Do you agree? Everybody agree? Everyone pretty much? If you have more than one child, you've lost a few screws over the years, okay? And so I have to tell like the younger kids, the younger parents, like, it's okay. You know, we set our standards so high. Don't do that. You're gonna kill yourself trying to be the perfect mom. I had to learn that. Listen, I'm so serious. I used to want to be a perfect mom. I don't even try. Absolutely not. I will lose my mind trying to be a perfect mom. I'm not doing it. Take me out of the running. I do not want the trophy. No, it's too hard. No, I'm not doing it. I am just trying to survive. Y'all, listen, these kids, I'm telling you, it's something. It do something to you. It do something to you. Okay. I just want to make it. Just trying to make it. Just trying to make it. That's it. You want to get the perfect mom award? You go for it. Listen, no. You know how much we have to do? You got to do laundry. You got to get them dressed. You got to teach them how to dress. You have to deal with their attitude when it comes to dressing. You have to go shopping all the time. Don't mention taking them shopping. You got to feed them 3 times, sometimes 4 times a day. And then they so picky with their food. Then you got to clean up after them. You have to teach them. You have to be emotionally available for them. You have to help them through all their emotional trials and tribulations. You have to break up fights. Like, it's a whole situation on top of making sure they actually turn out to be decent human beings that are caring and smart and loving and some of us have to work, right? And that's why men love you. That's why a lot of people, moms with kids, we let ourselves go. We have. I did the first 2-3 years because it's hard. Okay? It is hard. Okay? And when it comes to the idea of going shopping for us or taking time to get our nails done and all that stuff, sometimes it goes on the back burner. We are just so glad that they ate and they are asleep. Okay? Sometimes that is just enough. Let me tell you this story, then I'm going to let y'all go. This is how bad it gets. My son, I never forgot this day because it was one of the worst days of my life. Okay? My son, Isaiah, was, I don't know, a few months. And I was going somewhere because I was in professional clothes and I had to take him with me. Could have been loan closing for all I know. Who knows? And or general notary work. And he was sitting in the back seat and I started to smell something atrocious. And so I said, he must have had an accident. Let me pull over to this Bojangles. I never forgot it was a Bojangles. And I said, let me change his butt. Okay. I picked him up out of the car. I unstrapped him, carried him on my hip, had my baby bag, went into the restroom, and I pulled down the seat. I then turned him around, and there was feces everywhere. Okay. I think in my mind, I didn't check because I assumed it was contained. No. And so, I lied. There was no pulley down thing. I went in the bathroom. I saw there was a pulley down thing. I said, oh my goodness. Then I turn around and see the feces everywhere. Now I'm in a bathroom with poop all up my arm and my son's entire back smeared with feces. I can't get back in the car, not like this. So what I had to do was put him back on my arm, go to the paper towel dispenser, pull out as many paper towels as I possibly could, lay them down on the bathroom floor, put him down, clean my arm because this is not getting everywhere. So I had to clean my arm off with poop as best I can with baby wipes, proceed to take off his clothing. Now, wipe him down with baby wipes because I'm in a bathroom stall on the floor. Okay. I never forgot this day. It was the worst. Okay. And I'm cleaning him off. I get all of his poop mess together and I put it in the trash can. The bathroom smelled horrible and I changed his clothes and I walked out of the bathroom hoping that they wouldn't see me because the bathroom smelled horrible. I get to the car and I look at the car seat and it is smeared with poop. So then I had to clean the car seat with lots of more baby wipes while holding my baby because he can't walk yet. So yes, there is that. Okay, listen, there's so many stories like that. Okay, that's why we go a little bit insane, just a little bit. We don't lose all of it, but we lose a little bit. We lose a little bit. But I will tell you, I have mastered changing baby's diaper in my lap. I can change baby's diaper holding him. I've mastered that. It's funny when I'm gonna let y'all go. When you have kids, how many of y'all have kids? Have you noticed if you have multiple kids, when people ask you to help you with bags, you really don't care because you have mastered baggage. Like, seriously, I have mastered carrying multiple bags and children at the same time. Like, I can carry, y'all know I got a 4 and a 5-year-old. They were both babies at the same time. I can carry 2 babies and lots of bags at the same time. So now, even though I don't have to carry my kids, if I'm carrying bags and you ask to help me, I'm going to give it to you now because I kind of frame my brain to say, oh, go ahead to the bags now. But I don't need you to because I've mastered. You know what else we master as moms? Packing things. You know what's annoying? When you start packing up a trunk or something and people tell you that won't fit. If you are not a mother of multiple children, you don't understand. We play Tetris for a living, okay? We don't need your help. We can pack what you think will fit in a semi-truck in the back of a Honda, okay? Because we are talented at this. This is what we know how to do. We can pack things. We can carry things. We are the most creative, and we will improvise, and we will make it work. Okay? Shout out to all the moms. I wish I had a giveaway for all the moms because we real dope. For real. Moms are dope. Like, we are awesome. It's something about moms. Like, moms, man, moms are amazing. Moms, I love my mom because my mom, listen, I give my mom a hard time. I do. I give her a hard time. I'm not even gonna lie. I do. I got a little attitude. I don't have an attitude. I be like a little smart mouth. Like, I be picking with her a lot. I do. I pick with her a lot. I do. It's my mama. I can pick with her. It's my mama. Right? But when I need her, she be coming through in the rough, right? Like, moms is awesome. Y'all, if before you go to bed tonight, if you still have your mom, call your mama. Let me tell you something. And I had to really appreciate it. I drove my mama crazy. And I was a good kid. Okay. Now Michelle, on the other hand, love you. I drove her crazy and I was a good kid. And I can only imagine. Like, you think about how many things your mama used to tell you not to do? And you used to be like, she don't know what she's talking about. And then you found out when you got older that she did. What about that moment? I literally just had this conversation with my daughter. I was coming down the stairs. My daughter was coming down the stairs, and she stepped over a jacket that was sitting on the floor. I remember when I was younger, that used to drive my mom bonkers, and I couldn't figure out why. Like, it's not that serious. And she would say, like, you're gonna walk over it? Really? I know now. It's not really the jacket. It wasn't. It's all of the jackets. It's all of the toys. It's all of the food that gets left on the floor that we pick up. So when you walk over one, we see all of the jackets and all of the food. That's what it was. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like that, I'm telling you, it's funny. It's funny when you go through the same things that you was as a kid, but you looking at it from a parent now, and then you think about when you was a kid, and you be like, oh, that's what she meant. That's what she meant. What? For real. So do us all a favor and call your mama, okay? Even if you don't think you had a good mama, I promise you most of y'all had a decent one, okay? It's not hard parenting, but it's just that moment. It's that moment when you realize, well, dang, she was right? She was right. And then you find yourself saying the same thing your mom used to say, like when you tell the kids to go to bed. Why? Because I said so. Who would have ever thought that phrase would become so prevalent? Because I said so, right? You know what else I do? And I learned that you shouldn't do it, but we'll see. How many of y'all say that? We'll see. You know why we say we'll see if you don't know? Because we don't want to say no. The reason why we don't want to say no is not because we want you to do that thing. It's because we don't feel like explaining to you why you can't do it. We already know it's a no. We don't want to tell the kid, because then we have to get into a conversation with you about why you can't do that thing. But we'll see is a get out of free jail free card. Okay. We'll see gives us time for you to forget, or for it to get dark, or for some other natural reason for you not to be able to do what you asked me to do. So now I do not have to explain to you why we are not doing it. I finally understand. We'll see. We'll see is no, but I don't want to tell you no. See, parenting, it comes back around. I'm beginning to see all the things my mom used to do. And it's like, oh, snap. My mom was not mean. She was not mean, and she was not crazy. I was just very opinionated. Side note, and then I'm going to let you go. I said it before, but really, I'm not holding you. You holding me. I'm just kidding. I love you. Okay. When I was 14, if you didn't know this story, when I was 14, I actually applied to be emancipated from my mom and my dad. Okay. I went online. I did the research. I put together this okay, if you didn't know me, I was a straight A kid, student my whole life. I love reading. Always been that way. Always been smart. Always been the smart sister, the smart one. She's the smart one. Actually, that's what she knows. That was me. Okay. And so I put together this whole presentation. I did research on light, how much light costs, water bills, rent, jobs that I could get. I put together this whole presentation about why I should be emancipated. Okay. And I gave it to my mom. And I was so proud. And I gave her the application. You said she gonna see me soon, not necessarily. And I gave her the application, and I explained it to her, and I said, Mom, I'm ready to be on my own. She was like, I was crazy, and told me no. I never forgot that day. And now at the time, I couldn't understand why she was telling me no. And I was like, I figured it all out. Let me go. Guess what I didn't figure out? Emotions, relationships, things like that. Thank God for moms, because who knows where I would have ended up. Okay, everyone always said, Vanessa, you have book smarts, but you do not have street smarts. Okay, so that's a lit. Okay, yeah, so thank God for moms, because she kept me in that house and said, girl, you ain't ready for nobody's individual apartment. Sit your behind down. Even though I can make the money and I could do like the paperwork part, I wasn't ready emotionally, and she was able to see that, and so I'm happy about that. And I'm gonna let y'all go. My daughter said to me today, we got in the car, and she said, Mom, I can tell that you're gonna be one of those moms that embarrass your kids. I didn't ask her anything. I didn't say nothing to her. I sat down in my car. She sat down in the passenger seat, and she looked at me. She said, Mom, I could tell you're gonna be one of those moms that embarrass your kids. What did I do to you today? Nothing. I be a little extra though. It'd be funny. All right, y'all. I'm looking ready to go. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all. Honestly, we should have like a friends channel where you guys can talk back to me. Is there a platform that does that? Instagram, where you guys can come on and we can have a whole conversations, because I like talking to y'all. It's fun. You said she gonna get Tia. I'm about to call you. We're gonna sit up all night and we're gonna swap children raising stories, because you have kids too. Actually, I'm gonna call Anastasia and check on her in a second. But I hope you guys have a great night. We got to stay and be productive. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm not only gonna say this live. People will look at me like I'm crazy, like Vanessa. Yes. But yeah, be awesome. Promo code Motivate, save 30% off the online training. I don't even know how we got here. It's no point me talking about notary stuff at this point, because I'm so glad I'm the only one that experienced projectile poop. It is the rite of passage. Yeah, I'm going to get us on Instagram or something so we can all talk together and we can all laugh and lollygag and share some stories, right? Share little stories. That'll be nice. Let me go get these chitterlings. And it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. How long are we on here? I love you too, Tia. Hold on a second. I need to know. We've been on here 6:30, 7:30. We've been on here for like 2.5 hours. Who was talking that whole time? It couldn't have been me. I won't talk that whole time. Next time, listen, I need y'all to cap me. Cap me at 60 minutes. That Tia set a timer. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. Cap me. Okay? Set a timer next time. 60 minutes. That's it. If I can't get it out in 60 minutes, it ain't meant to be out. Okay? Cap me at 60 minutes. Because I can see y'all, and you know what the crazy part is? I can sit on here and keep talking. But, I gotta say one more thing, and then I'm gonna go. Every report card that I had said I was talkative. I talk too much. She's so smart, but she talks too much. She just set it up, but she talks too much. Public schools sometimes do not see your gift. And that's one thing, too. You have to be mindful of that. They try to make you one shape. But my gift is I love talking. And if you go back to the school system, it's a bad thing, but it's not. It's my gift. I love to talk. I love talking to people. It's not a bad thing. It just didn't work with that public school that I was in. But when you go to like Montessori schools and things like that, that foster gifts and talents, that it's a whole different environment. Okay. And so, side note, I actually heard that from Eric Thomas. He was talking about when you see the same constant behavior from a kid or a child, a lot of times that's who they are as a personality trait. And so one thing that they were saying was that kids who are told that they talk too much in school, they're meant to speak. They're meant to speak. They are talkers. That's what they do. They're extroverts. It's not a bad thing. It's who they are. Okay. And so that's me. Look at me talking for 2.5 hours. My teacher would have said, Vanessa, stop talking. But I love talking. All right, y'all. Good night. Love you guys. Be awesome on purpose. Stay up and be productive. Y'all could have been building websites while y'all listen to me talk. Sorry, ma'am. No excuses. Let's get it done. And I will see you guys mañana. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.